Hello, this is Dr. Melida Harris Barrow. I'm the founder and CEO of the Sixth Region Global Chamber of Commerce and also the Journey of Reconciliation of Mother Africa and of diaspora. We are connecting Africa and the African diaspora and of course the world. This is the time now for us to connect. There's so much happening in the world. I am here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and we're getting ready to speak to two lovely ladies right here from Ethiopia. Now, this is one of the gap. This is one of the, these are my daughters. I adopted them. That's right. But we're getting ready to speak about so many things that are happening here in Ethiopia that needed to mean about in the diaspora, Europe, Nepal, in the world. But I believe this is crucial. This is important for us to discuss. And here I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself, let them know your name, the things that you do, briefly. And I will speak about the topic in a little. Going.
There. Hello, everyone. Thank you, doctor, for having me. The name is Abigail Messi. I am a black woman. I'm working at Sababa. I'm working on small business. We're working on a skincare, also natural skincare from a female farmer to the urban area of the city. Yeah, that's what.
Okay, that's good. Introduce your name, who you are.
Thank a lot for inviting me here. And my name is Elbeta Zalala. I am here from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and I am an international relations student, as we all are here for women empowerment.
Yes,
And I'm glad I was invited here again.
yes, very good. Yes, this is the women empowerment here in Ethiopia. I have recognized so many things since last year. And this topic, actually, I'm going to create the topic today, but it's not that difficult to do. Actually, this topic is about Africa and Ethiopian girl. This topic is very interesting to me because I do believe that there is an illusion of what I have discussed with many other young ladies here in Ethiopia. The topic is, do you know who we are? And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to start with you because I had a very, very good conversation with about 10 young ladies today. And we discussed about the difference between Ethiopian girl and African woman. But both of you were born here in Ethiopia. Tell me the difference between the Ethiopian girl and African woman like yourself. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll start with Ethiopian girl because I am from Ethiopia.
Yes.
And there are difference more openly speaks throughout our conversations. Like the African women are empowered and allowed to do anything they want to do, like better than the Ethiopian standard.
Yes.
But in terms of Ethiopia, I could say that a lot of challenges are happening to women, especially these days, because they couldn't even speak the things they have to speak. Like, I am here thanks to God, but there are a lot of women that wanted to be here but couldn't come here because they didn't get access. They didn't have a good family, or because of their husband, or because of their brother, for a lot of problems. And I am here standing for them. Like, most of the time, we are told that we are not active or participant in any of the things as other worlds does.
Yes.
Like over the women's, because it's the way we are raised. Like I am speaking in this way because of the way they raised me was like a mannerful raise, and some other girls are not raised that way, so they couldn't even get their voice out.
Yeah.
Like because that sounds as it's trouble or
Afraid to speak. And what I learned today is that the Ethiopian girl basically listens a lot to their parents.
yeah.
One of the things that I've learned today is the fact that and I want to go into this deeply because I am still can't believe what I was hearing today. And that was the fact that they prefer, even though Ethiopian girls are black women, but they don't say that they're black. Yeah, their terminology is Ethiopian girl. You would say that you're black. You will say that you are African. But an Ethiopian girl will say, no, correct? What's the difference? Still trying to figure out what is the difference between you and an Ethiopian girl. Is it because they're lighter than you? Is it the texture of their hair? What is it?
Honestly speaking, there's not much different, but there's no difference. That's what I know. It's just like they don't think that there is, they think there's a difference because then parents decided to tell that or were taught also that because you're a little lighter or because you taught by your parents that you are Ethiopian girl. So you need to define that for the audience in the world to let us know the difference between those two. We basically have no difference. It's just about accepting ourselves as an Ethiopian girl and rejecting us. We're just accepting ourselves as a black woman. Just the choice that has been done to accept yourself just as a black or just a Ethiopian girl. It's just because we have this mindset. Ethiopia is not a part of Africa. We're different from Africa. But that's the point that we in this now. Yeah, but we're in Africa, Mama Africa. We've been born here into Africa. So
Isn't Ethiopia Africa? Is Ethiopia Africa? Yes, exactly. So what I am saying, what I've learned today is that in their mindset, Ethiopia is not a, there's a different identity there. If I ask if they're black, what do they say? No. They say no, but we are Ethiopian girl. I mean, how can you say that you are Ethiopian girl that you were born in Africa?
that's the foolish point. That's the point. Yeah. But also the fact that we were not colonized because we were not colonialized. Yeah. Again, that picture that we're different from Africa. So Ethiopian girls are different from African girls. But there's nothing that's different. Cause like, you're my sister. That's why my skin type is the same. Like you, our mindset is the same. We live under the same sun, the same skies, and so it's just we've been biased to be. We're different from Africa, but we are. Well, they don't want to be black. It's just that that thing that the bloggers are colonized. The bloggers are not able to do this, but we Ethiopians are able to do this. Yeah. So that's where we.
But I think that's where the problem is. Now, they also told me that their parents have mentioned and instilled in us that they prefer them to be with white people than with African women or African men, because white people is going to elevate that, give them jobs, do all that. But when I asked, have they done that? They said no. Yeah, so they also mentioned that during holiday, when white people come and visit the home, okay, they treat them so well, royally. Let's talk about wow.
I believe it's all about mindsets because people's always have a color difference. But that color difference, when it comes to reality, it doesn't matter. Like, I am here, we have got different colors, but we're still speaking well, right? Yes. But people's mindset, it's like you're white and I'm black, so that I'm disrespected here, I'm the lower here, I'm down here. But that's not what the reality looks like. And they don't want to believe that the reality is like it's just the skin color. The main thing is a lot about mindset and what you think.
I like that, yes.
It's like it's not people for most of the time. It's not all about black and white. They usually use classes to disparate people. Like someone is in a higher class and someone is in the lower class. And mine say there's no higher and no lower. It's all about what you speak, what comes out of my mind is what you agree, right?
Right.
So that's what I believe. There's nothing different, but we all have got that in our mind, and we all have to improve this. Like it's just the skin color, nothing much. Our brain, everything.
I think it surpassed, excuse me, I think it surpassed the skin color. Because the conversation that I had today was the fact that I want opportunity. And parents are saying, if you want opportunity, do not deal with Nigerians, do not deal with Ghanaians, do not deal with Africa. Yeah. Deal with the white man. He'll take your places. And that's false. So what happens when someone is born from a mother and a father? What's happening is that they make a difference with their children. And this is known here in Ethiopia. If you are this color and then you have a sibling, a brother or sister lighter than you, what happens? Tell us what happened. What happens is, you're going to talk about this too, because you know what happens. If you're darker and you are considered the darker one in the family, okay, tell us what happened and listen to this.
So our community sadly thinks the lighter person is more beautiful and more charming than the darker one. And then I guess they have more opportunities like criticism, they welcome them more than the darker people. And the point that you mentioned before, I think we as an other show, with as Ethiopian people, we love to please white peoples. It's just worshiping white peoples. I think we love to do that.
Worship white people. You do. I think, yes, you know. It's not a thing.
Yeah, we do.
That's a reality, and that's a reality, yes, because if you are telling your children to that you prefer whites, that I even heard today that it's almost like don't hang out with darker people. Just go along with the lightest beauty.
Yeah, because they're out of use. They have the use to give. They have the use to give. They have something to give for you. It's the white people so wish they don't. Finally, they don't.
See, this is what I don't understand. What they're saying is not happening. It is the right people are not giving you anything, but you still have that in using in your mind that they are going to give you some. So what I am saying is, why do you see what's happening, the reality that you're getting nothing from white people, but you're still saying that your whole life is almost depending on white people? You understand? And how you serve white people, how you talk to white people. And you have the kind of put yourself in a position where, you know, they are the master, which in fact, they're not. And the things that they are going to give you, where's it at now? You see what I'm saying? Elaborate more on that. Elaborate more on that.
Okay, it's like what people believe about white people is good that they give a lot of opportunity. Like we all know that instead of going and visiting to Ghana, Nigeria, and some other places, we'd all like to visit United States or some other American states because white peoples are there, because a lot of opportunity is there. Or we'd like to visit the Chinese because they've got a lot of things drawn and we don't usually see what we have in Africa. Like we don't usually visit Ghana, Nigeria. Why? It's because we believe that they don't have something better than the white ones. We don't prefer ours. In terms of clothing, like I am Ethiopian and I am Habesha, and look, you're wearing your culture and I'm not. This is all about
Panama.
yeah.
I love Panama. And I love this. I wear it all the time. But it's almost like you're forbidding to wear it.
Yeah, it's like you can't wear that clothes and come around in the simple ways. Like they all see you as you've got something programmed or something, so that your culture is gone already. And here I'm speaking English, but my native language is Amharic. Look, this is also
And why you think you speaking English?
actually it's for communicating, but
Somehow it's like, no, but what I'm saying is you're speaking English because you were told to. You were raised that way due to those colonializers, but you can't speak your own language.
we are living in our own country and we should learn the American history because you have to be the American history.
Come on, talk to me.
Yeah.
They teach you American history.
Yeah.
Do they teach you the African history?
They teach us literature. Why? Like America's in one subject turns and we all learn English subject. So how could we be good in America? Like I can't even write good in America because what we raised, what our school taught us is like that. And even though we're not colonized, we're still colonized in different ways. Now, clothes our palm water begins, the food we eat. Richie. Yes, this is like a modern type of colonization. Like the traditional was in terms of war and in terms of code or something. But this one is a modern colonization. Everything we do is like colonized.
Yes.
The food we eat, the way we speak, the way we dress, everything.
That's so correct.
Yeah. I would love to say that it's a modern colonization that they do with us. But they essentially colonization, right? So there's the mindset where you are now. So they wash it like in my mind, I'm all white woman. But it just my body's just black. That's what's up. I'm just literally all like a white woman. Yes.
You know, I love that. I love what you just said. I think like a white woman. Act like a white woman.
But I am a black woman. My bolo. Yes, my ancestor to be a woman. Oh, first I you proud to be a black woman.
Sorry, because of that. We to be black when let's keep going because this is another topic too that's important. Traumatizing your children. You don't realize, parents in Ethiopia, you don't realize that you're traumatizing your children, especially when one child, it might be lighter, or one child might be doing better than the other. You focus on that child and not focus on the rest of your children. Your children is your children. You have to empower your children, all of them, no matter what color they are. A child could go to the United States and you are proud of that child, but the ones that stays here in Ethiopia, you're not proud of them. You might not say it, yeah, but you, oh, that's the best child we have. Why? Because that child is in America. But guess what's happening now? America has a new president, as Donald Trump. Things are going to change for your child, and you don't realize what's coming. But I'm going to tell you what's coming. There's so much that's coming now in the United States where children is going to be sent back to Ethiopia. They're going to go to the schools. They're going to go to the governments. They're going to go to the churches. They're going to go to the streets. And if they don't have their papers correct, they're going to ship back to Ethiopia. So this illusion that you have that when your child is in America versus Africa, that they are going to be better than the Africans, it's not going to happen. Mark my word, it's not going to happen. And I want us to talk about that because you're causing trauma on your children. This young lady next to me, she reached to an age of 18. She's 27 now, correct? And for all those 18 years, what did you go through? Tell us.
Going through it goes through a mental crisis. Mental crisis. Listen to her. Yeah, a mental crisis. Why? Why? It's just because of my skin and my hair type. I was not accepted. As I am a beautiful, yes. I was not accepted in the community and also in my family too. So it took me all those years to accept myself and say, I am a beautiful black woman and I love my skin and I love my hair texture and I love it. And then that was the marking point for me to accept my life and my thought. After then, they start to accept me. It's just before I accept myself, and then they start to accept me. Oh, she's your parents, that's what. Yeah, they do. Also the Kimmy and everybody. So I guess it affected me. Not I guess, I'm sure it affected me, like a whole part of me, as I would not. I used to think I was not loved. I used to think I was not beautiful. I used to think I wouldn't fit anywhere I would go. I don't want to take pictures of myself. Oh, cause like I think I wouldn't be that beautiful as the like girl is. And I used to think I'm so unloved. To the point that I stand up for myself and say, I am a beautiful young lady, and God made me this way, and I love my skin, and I love my hair texture, and I love it. And then slowly I'm healing myself. I'm still healing myself. It's a process. It's a process. I'm still healing myself from all those traumas. Then I'm pretty sure it's very hard for me. Yes.
So, was it you that said that Giving goes through what she went through?
It went, no, but I just, yeah, so, but
There's people in your family that went through what she went through.
yeah,
Yes.
I talk about it. Okay. It's actually people's always believe in white, as we discussed earlier. And they always told as like, even though our parents, like, they love white peoples, like, not actually they're Habesha, but still skinned white, lighter color. They think that everything looks beautiful on them, not on us, because of it black. And then I always think that how could this happen? Like wearing the same dress, wearing the same hairstyle, they always believe that it looks beautiful on the light skin. And we were always, yeah, like my sister is a bit darker than me, or yes, somehow, but we always like we wear the same clothes with the white skin colors. And my mom, even though my mom, she always prefers the white one because I don't know, this is not a mentality, but it's like, why? The real beauty is in the black. That's what I believe. The real, that's reality, not a lie. Reality, they just look beautiful because of their color, nothing more.
That's right.
That's what I believe.
Now, in the United States, we have been through everything that you're talking about. And this is all over the world. In India, we talk about the untouchables. The untouchables, have you ever heard of the untouchables? They are the darker Indians. And the untouchables, when it comes to, it's almost the same thing, pretty much the same thing, that they are more dark, they're darker, lighter, Indy, a little lighter.
Okay.
They're going through that same trauma. Why are they going through these traumas? Because just verbally someone said, you are the bottom of the earth. And it was believed. You see, words are powerful. Yeah. And we should never let words empower. There's more about the untouchables that I want you to go online, and I want you to learn about the untouchables in India. There's so much that's holding us back. There's so much that's putting us in a situation, traumatizing our children, letting them know that they're nothing, they're never going to be anything unless they're with a white man, unless they married a white man, unless they live with a white man. This is what's happening here in Ethiopia. This is what's happening in India. This is what's happening in the world, and we have to stop that. It's time for healing. We have to heal because these young girls are really the edict that they have to be in in the presence. Listen to this. I was told, they said, I have to be in the presence of whites in order to see built. Am I right? You have to, I mean, this is a crisis in Ethiopia and no one is talking about it. I am from Panama City, Panama in Central America. Do you think that's not happening there? Do you think that that's not happening in families? We are taking certain things and causing traumas to our family, whether who is lighter, who is double. Why are we doing that? That was introduced to you. To the point where your parents now are the advocates, are the voice to those that's telling them this is the way it is. So they bring that to you and to you. So look at what you had to go through for 18 years. That's trauma, and we have to heal. Yes. I was told that I was ugly by my own mother. And I spent my life until I was like 20 years old picking them up me because she wanted to elevate herself. And we have to speak the truth. We can no longer hide this because we have the courage. We have to unveil this illusion that they were taught. It's not even their fault. They were introduced these things and then we internally accept it. No white man is going to elevate you to be who God created you to be. It's not going to happen, my young girls and young men in Ethiopia. It's not going to happen in the world because they're taking care of their children. They have to get you down there, yes, in order for them to elevate. I want to go into something else too because you guys were talking about, we were talking about Christmas. And it is Christmas, this Christmas that you celebrate. So when the white people come to visit, you guys go home before. You guys do everything to please them. Yeah. Tell me about that. What if now, if an African come in your house, they say like they do Lujidila Fila. No. Let's talk about.
Oh, well, as about the Christmas thing,
Yes.
we could see that we have our own Christmas called Genna, and the American Christmas called like a New Year, right? More of celebrated like in this kind of places. It's more of celebrated in the American Christmas is celebrated here. The country is decorated. Everything is decorated, like Christmas discounts, Christmas everything. But for our own, it's nothing is done. So this is like affecting us. Like I could understand, but people below my age or under my age couldn't understand this. They would start believing that the American Christmas is our Christmas. So in the future,
So you didn't have your own Christmas.
we have our own Christmas
How
card.
do you celebrate that?
That's called Genna.
And when do you celebrate it?
It's near to the Christmas.
Very quick.
Yeah,
That's December 25th.
yeah, it's near to the very Christmas, so that we does not decorate our home for our own Christmas. We just decorate everything. The hotels are decorated, sales our own Christmas clothes because of their Christmas, not our Christmas. And these things are affecting us. Like it overrates our culture, and as our little sisters and brothers would know more about the Christmas that is happening there, not here. They would be searching about that Christmas. They'd be like to even go there and well, yeah, that's a lot happening these days. Their culture is affecting us. More of our culture is getting destroyed day-to-day activities. That's what I believe about this.
Yeah. Can I ask you something? If you invited me to your home, I'm a black woman, would they accept me?
They would accept you, but like the gymnastic in our house wouldn't be the same as a white man visiting our house. We wouldn't. I'm on the second level. Of course you are. But yeah, we'll do everything. I guess our family. I'm sure our family will be everything to most white family, and then less of the two of lap than we or any other.
Are you guys listening to this? Are you guys, and this is still happening here in Ethiopia. Even the little children are hurting inside, and they don't realize what they do to each.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's go to the market. And let's go to Kote. They have kids here. Maybe selling different things. The markets that you prefer to go are what market? You sell clothes, right? You sell all these things, beautiful things. But what market do you prefer to go to? Not this so. Because we talked about that today.
What I would love to add on that is, yes, since I'm working on a skincare business, so my product is just from the farm to the packaging and you use it. So it's just it just cleans your face and nothing more at all. They would prefer another product which would be lighter than skin and make them more lighter, more like a white lady, but not my products. You get me?
We're going to promote your products. That's not a problem. I want you to talk about, I'm kind of into the products that women in Ethiopia care to when there's a market, like they're selling things at the market. What do they care to? Do they care towards the clothes, the shoes?
Yeah.
What do they care to?
They get to whatever the white lady would use, like whatever would make them more like a whitish kind of class. I understand. So everything would fit them to the white class. They will have it. We will have it.
You want to add to that?
Yeah. Yeah. It starts with the human hair, which the white uses, and it continues through the makeup, like without their tone, without even their, not even clothes are
The tone, the lighting, the skin.
yeah.
That's what you say.
Yeah. They continue with everything that could, as she said, they continue with everything that could make them more whiter and act as like they are from America or something. They even change their hair colors like the Americans, like the blondie or something. They went not out of description. Are you serious?
I can't even imagine how it looks.
Yeah, like yeah. Most of the time, uh, women's actually in our country, most of their money is wasted on makeup products.
Yeah.
That would make them look lighter. As for example, there are shampoos that are made for our hair, African hair, but we never use it because the white we use that what the white uses. African skincare, nobody does not buy it, so people are not ready to produce that product. We will always be importing their products, and this couldn't be cutting off like on 1 day activity or 2 day activity because it is already adapted in our society.
That's so anything that is flat, you don't touch. Anything that is white, you do.
That's what's really happening in our century.
Let me ask you this there. So if a girl Ethiopian there has a product, how does she succeed with her product? Because she's an Ethiopian girl. So how does she go into the market and have other Ethiopian girl buy her product? Would they buy her?
Most of the time,
Focusing on the white product.
they might buy her product like 10, 5, 30 size white product, and that so we're basically like the cost is not even close. Yeah. Like we buy 10,000 on for one sunscreen on American product and just 3,000 crying for Ethiopian product. So that person may be in the market, but still could not be competitive over the market. It's always lesser than the market. Like, not a competitive, but in terms of, I couldn't find that one, so let me use it. Let me just use the Ethiopian product. In terms of the price is less, and actually it's quality. It's done off a real material, not a lot of chemicals.
The quality that the white bought.
Yeah, that's a lot of chemical, like your face.
The chemical is to destroy you.
Yeah.
It is to give you cancer, all these things. But then you still elevate. Wow.
That's what's happened.
So the bottom line here is the fact that we have a crisis in Ethiopia with what's going. there's a price. Because when I was here last year, we touched on that to meaningful this deep. And I do believe that if this is happening in Ethiopia, it happens all over. But I have a message for my Ethiopian girls. I just need you to think for a sec. Of all that was said, and you're thinking that being around white people is going to elevate you, it's going to take you places. I just need you to ask yourself the question, where have they taken me thus far? Where have they taken me thus far? Parents that are disliking or dislike the darkest skinned children, do you realize what you do? You are traumatizing your children. Look at this young lady, 18 years, and she had to pull herself out of what she was. She had to fight for self-love, for love to love herself. I had to fight to love myself. Because when people tell you you're ugly, that's trap. When people tell you, and I want to tell you, and I'll be honest with you, I think you're the one that told me this. They don't have to tell me. Parents don't have to tell a child that she doesn't like her child because she's dark or because she's not successful. You know, your children love your son. Because when you do this, you're hurting these long-windedness. You're hurting us. Because now, when they don't see your love, they have to go on their own to find the love. And sometimes there are negative people out there that's going to tell them that they love them, but they just want to use them. Am I right? Yes, that's proper. They just want to use that if you don't give them the love. So they go for anything. So all these things that you do it, that you prefer the white man and what the white man can do for you, is that happening. And this is why a lot of our children are murdered out there because they are looking for love. They are looking for someone to love them or just tell them that we're there. Though sometimes you feel like you do all kind of things and you just want somebody to say, good job. Yeah, that's right. Good job. But they don't get that. All they get is for them to follow up. And, and, and I heard some one young lady today, she said, she's not going to change. She's going to remain the same. And she's going to remain the same because she's not really going to deal with Africans. And that touched me because she wants to elevate. She wants to be successful. But just to be successful, you decided that you're not gonna work for, have to be together. And that said, just because you want to be successful. So this is why we are having these issues together. I think he talked a lot about the things that these two young ladies are going through. And we are going to continue this because you're going to continue in soon. Okay. And we're going to talk about this because it's time for healing. Dr. Barrow is bringing healing to Africa and to the world. We talk about business. We talk about everything. But look at what's going on in Africa. You cannot progress if you don't love yourself. Self-come is important. You cannot progress. So coming soon, Dr. Barrow is going to start in Nigeria, in Abuja, in Lagos, right here in Ethiopia and other places. There's going to be a movement of people because if we don't feel, we're going to have another 500 years in slavery. You talk about all kind of things, but look at what's happening to our nations. Look at what's happening to us. We are being destroyed each day. Colonializers, they just have to colonialize you back then. They're still colonializing you now. Am I right, lady? Like she says, sure, I'm black, but I have a mentality of a white girl. Oh my God, that's deep. So we are beginning this healing. We are going around Africa and the world. And we are going to speak about freedom. We have to free our mind. We have to free our souls. And we have to be who God created us to be. I begin here last words of a message to those that are going to go ahead.
All I would say is that keep going, keep getting out yourself of what people told you. It's like people's, whatever you do tell you negative things. Like no one says that you're good this time. You're improving yourself. You're elevating. No one does not say that. That's what I've experienced throughout my life. They all say that you're still, they show you that you're still on the same place, staying down there. One step you up, they put you two steps down. So stop believing on people. Just believe yourself. The day you start believing on yourself is the day you elevate. The day your mindset improves. The day you everything you wished or everything you wanted to become true comes true. The day you start believing in yourself. So I would say that believe in yourself and stop thinking what they say. That's my last message that I would thank you so much. Hang forehead, my dear.
Love yourself. Love your kinky hair. Love your beautiful black skin. It's full of melanin. Come on. I just want to say love Africa, love where you're from. And it's honoring our ancestors. It's honoring, yes, our fathers and mothers. So let's really root it to our roots down in Africa. Ethiopia is in Africa. It's a part of Africa. We're not anywhere different from Africa or any other world. So let's just build a better world for our kids, for our sisters, and whoever is coming behind us. Yes, we are not picking. Let's go as South Africa people.
That's wrong. Thank you so much. Stay both, and Lou. I love you both. And one thing I have to say, you guys have courage. Courage to do what you're doing today. And we're going to continue this journey together. You're going to be in the magazine, Empire Radio magazine coming soon. That is a great magazine. We got to join. On the bottom of the screen, you see the creation of all the things that we're doing here in Ethiopia. We've been here for like 6 days. And majority of reconciliation of Pan Africa. And I am the president, founder of the 6th PG Global GDM Council. Dr. Melida Harris Barrow, thank you so much.